Ladies and gentlemen, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is the next brand new Yoshi game coming to the Nintendo Switch next year in 2026. I thought in celebration of this announcement, a trailer has been shown, gameplay has been shown. I've done all the hard work for you. I have analyzed the game footage frame by frame, literally, and I have put together a list of highlights of all the new features, graphical effects, new gameplay elements and so forth that we can get all excited over. So I'm going to go over it with you right now, and of course if you are new to Gaming My Whole Life, please consider subscribing. But most importantly, thank you to my loyal members. You love me even if the algorithm doesn't. Thank you for supporting, and reminder, members do get access to unique emotes, but let's get to Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. It's actually looking pretty darn awesome. Okay, so what is the gimmick? What is the hook? What is the point of difference with this Yoshi game compared to all the others? Well, frankly, I didn't realize when I first looked at the video, but after I analyzed it, it's right there. Yoshi officially has the ability to let enemies jump on his back, and when they do jump on his back, Yoshi gains a unique ability dependent on the enemy. So if a flower little character, if this guy right here, if they jump on Yoshi's back, you unlock the ability to spawn more flowers. As you run through the fields, you literally see dead grass spawn flowers right in front of you. And from what I can tell, I think Yoshi can even play with each individual enemy that he puts on his back and then inherits their power, because in this next screenshot right here, it's very easy to overlook in the actual footage. You can see Yoshi is having fun juggling the flower with his feet, and I don't believe this is unique to the flower. While the footage doesn't show him doing such a thing with the other enemies that lend their powers to Yoshi, I see no reason why he would have that special relationship with the flower, and the other enemies who are also lending their powers don't also have some unique animation with Yoshi, which I am looking forward to discovering. What is hilarious though, and a little bit on the evil side, is you would think if the enemies are working with Yoshi for whatever reason now, and they even lend him his power, surely that doesn't mean he can eat them and turn them into an egg. No, the very first thing you see in Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is first he eats the flower and turns it into an egg. It's like, okay, alright, this is pretty standard. But then you see them gain along. It's like, oh, that's just lovely. You can either borrow their powers or turn them into an egg, and they seem to be happy either way. So another enemy that Yoshi befriends is this frog-like creature that creates a large bubble, and then Yoshi can jump in that bubble and float away. This design is quite unique as it's like frog-like, but it also just has a circle in it. It's quite strange. Another scene shows Yoshi holding a fish on his back, and while Yoshi has this fish on his back, you can go fishing. So as far as I'm concerned, Yoshi has cracked a deal with the fish, and it's like, right, Yoshi will not eat that fish if the fish gives you a fishing rod and you can fish for the other fish. There seems to be a number of unique gameplay elements as well. So dandelions, for example, as you run through them, so you're running around in the 3D world, as you pass the dandelions, they fly into the air and they root themselves once more wherever they land. The thing here is that whatever they land on, they absorb nutrients as confirmed by Nintendo, and aggressively so. So there's two instances of this where one, if the dandelions land on a rock, the rock forms cracks in it and then you can stomp it and break it apart. That is some insane nutrient absorption if it's taking down rocks. But also there's a scene where it shows the dandelions landing on one of the flower buddies, and then that flower buddy gets upset. A rather unique aspect of this game is, while clearly 3D and done with polygons, the animation style is clearly inspired by stop motion animation. That's normally reserved when animating inanimate objects like clay, but we have it here. And speaking of visually and what you can see, I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, I think this game is absolutely gorgeous. I love the coloring, the rendering. This game looks fantastic. Visually, it is a Switch 2 exclusive, so they haven't had to hold back, and it really shows. A trend that we have already seen seems to be carrying forward. So we all know the moment we saw Super Mario Wonder that it was very expressionate. There was a lot more facial expressions, there was a lot more body language, and it just made Super Mario Wonder come alive. We also happened to notice that when Super Mario Kart World came out, that once again the kart drivers were a lot more expressionate with the facials, with the body language, and once again seems to be happening with Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, as he looks like he's just having the time of his life, man. This Yoshi is happy. He is glad to be here. He's happy to interact with everyone. When you analyze the screenshots and the frames and so forth, it's every single action that Yoshi does, he is reacting to it. And you may not notice it all the time because it happens all fluently, but rest assured, Yoshi's reacting to everything you do. You also have the classic Nintendo attention to detail, so there's a scene where it happens so quickly and there's no way you would notice unless you actually froze the footage like I did. As Yoshi is rolling down the hill, he's just sliding, the flowers get trampled and pushed down. Very small detail, but that is very much a Nintendo thing. Speaking of detail, there's a scene where Yoshi jumps into, well, mud, and a number of things happen. So the flower is riding on Yoshi's back, and when you jump into the mud, firstly, look at this picture, the flower gets covered in the dirt. It's a big before and after, and even half of Yoshi's body gets covered by the mud. And as you move through the mud itself and jump out, there's even a small trail behind you. And these are all small details, but you know what? I'm a graphics pervert. I love little small details in games. It makes it more immersive. And it seems that even though this is a Yoshi game, Nintendo's still going to flex with as good as graphics as possible, as good as animations possible, amazing art style, and even the mud gets love and attention. A hilarious partnership that I noticed with Yoshi and the enemies is a snail that is also a surfboard. And you look at these screenshots and like they have eyes themselves, and it just screams Nintendo, doesn't it? And the good sort of Nintendo where everything's alive, everything's happy, enemies are frenemies, you know, they can be against you, they can be with you, you can borrow their abilities. How smexy does this game look? I think this game looks absolutely fantastic. It's nice to see something from the Switch 2 coming out that I can look forward to. Comes out next year, and of course no doubt we'll be able to enjoy this multiplayer. Let me know down below, are you looking forward to Yoshi and the Mysterious Book? And with that being said, God bless you all, and I'll see you for the next video. Alright, bye bye.